Hello, and welcome to another edition of Chaos Craft. Hopefully, I'm not laying on the microphone. Um, let's see. Interesting random note here. First thing I saw today. I've seen a pattern of this. Another pattern emerging is that they seem to be digging the tops off of trees. It's like they don't dig at the base of them for some reason. They dig at the top of them. Where's this guy over here? Here's an example of an interesting little one there. So unfortunately, last night, I think I said this before, I'm running some of this stuff on old hardware I have laying around the house. I was running on AWS, but it just wasn't really cost effective for the complexities of what we're doing here. So, especially because I'm not making any money off of this, it's just a hobby at the moment, though I am trying to figure out ways where I could make it something more realistic. So if you are in the gaming industry and are interested in my work here, we should talk. But yeah, they're digging the tops off of trees. Next thing is that let's see, I ran this little report here, which isn't, I haven't made like a visual thing for yet. But you can see I've got my Gen Zeros. This is what causes their death. This is what causes death at Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4. Good news is getting old is a good thing. That means that they survived their fitness functions long enough. And Gen 5, they're required to equip, I believe, and so they seem to be topping out there, though other ones have accomplished equipping. See if I can pull up that. It's got too much open right now, but whatever. No. What? What? Oh. There we go. You can see various Gen Zeros have equipped. I've seen Adam do it dozens of times. It is doable. But they're not even attempting to equip. Let's just make sure that's right. Yeah, they're not even attempting to equip past Gen 0, so I gotta look into what's going on there. That should be something easy to fix in the Brain Maker. Another thing is that I went to try and open up a couple of the Gen 5s that are in existence currently, and their brains wouldn't render on the brain rendering mechanism. This error over here, which I'll have to look into. But I've seen theoretically what a Generation 100 brain would look like render. So let's see, it's this guy. This is a Gen 0 brain right now. They're spawning up a lot more dense than they used to. And you can see him firing off there. He's actually alive right now. And he's got 88 nodes in his brain. All of them, of course, are Gen 0 because he's a Gen 0. If we look at this guy, this is a Gen 5 that would render. He's got 139 nodes. 12 of them are from the original. 7 of them are from Gen 1. 2 of them from Gen 2, 3 from Gen 3, 4 from Gen 6, and oh wait, is that 60? That's sorry, 60 from Gen 4 and 55 from Gen 5. So they really started overwriting them in the later years. But this is the density of this guy. Let's actually find this guy. It's RJX. Let's see if we can find him. He just RJX. He must have left recently. Oh, I guess he disappeared. He's gone.